ki.
Share this. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10, Verse 6. Nadayo vyadaya klesha
Nadayo vyadaya klesha.
Deva bhutatma hetava
Deva bhutatma
Deva
hetava
ajata shatrava bhavam
ajata shatrava
ajata shatrama
abhavam
abhamam.
santu jantu nam ranji karhichet
jantu nam
Jantu
rajni
namraj
parhichit
karhichit.
Nadayo vyadaya klesha
nadhayo
Nadayo
vyadaya
vyadaya
klesha
klesha.
Deva bhutatma hetava
Deva
Deva
bhutatma
bhutatma
hetava
hetava.
ajata shatrava bhavam
ajata
Ajata
shatrava
shatram
abhavam
abhavam.
jantu nam rajni karhichet
jantu nam
Jantu
rajni
namraj
karhichit
karhichit.
Nadayo vyadaya klesha
nadhayo
Nadayo
vyadaya
vyadaya
klesha
klesha.
Deva bhutatma hetava
Deva
Deva
bhutatma
bhutatma
hetava
hetava.
ajata satrava bhavam
ajata
Ajata
shatrava
shatram
abhavan
abhavam.
jantu nam rajni karhichet.
jantu nam
Jantu
rajni
namraj
karhichit
karhichit.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Swami Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
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 Synonyms: no, never.
No, never.
Na, never.
Adaya, anxieties.
Adaya,
Adaya,
anxieties.
Vyadaya, diseases.
Vadaya,
Vyadaya,
diseases.
diseases.
Klesha, trouble due to excessive heat and cold.
Klesha,
Klesha,
trouble due to
trouble
excessive
due to
heat and
excessive
cold.
heat and cold.
Daiva Bhutatma, all due to the body, supernatural power and other living beings.
Deva Bhutatma, all due to the body, supernatural power, and other living beings.
Hetava, due to the cause of
Hetava, due to the cause of
Ajata Shatrau, one to one, who has no enemy.
Ajata Satrau,
Ajata
unto one who
Shatrau,
has no
unto one
enemy.
who has no enemy.
Abhavan happened.
Abhavan happened.
Abhavan happened.
Jantu Nam of the living beings.
Jantu Nam of the living
Jantunam of the
beings.
living beings.
Rajni unto the king.
Rajni unto
Unto
the
the
king.
king.
Karhichit at any time.
Karhichit
Karhichit
at
at
any
any time.
time.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace by Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
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 Translation, please repeat after me. Because of the kings having no enemy,
Because of
Because of
the
the
kings
kings
having
having
no
no
enemy,
enemy,
the living beings were not at any time disturbed by mental agonies, diseases, or excessive heat or cold.
The
living beings were
beings
not at
were not
any
at
time
all
disturbed by mental
disturbed by
agonies,
mental
diseases, or
agonies,
excessive heat
diseases,
or
or
cold.
excessive heat or cold.
Purport.
Purport: to be non-violent to human beings and to be a killer or enemy of the poor animals is Satan's philosophy. In this age, there is enmity toward poor animals, and therefore the poor creatures are always anxious. The reaction of the poor animals is being forced on human society, and therefore there is always the strain of cold or hot war between men individually, collectively, or nationally. At the time of Maharaja Yudhishthira, there were no different nations, although there were different subordinate states. The whole world was united, and the supreme head, being a trained king like Yudhishthira, kept all the inhabitants free from anxiety, diseases, and excessive heat and cold. They were not only economically well to do, but also physically fit and undisturbed by supernatural power, by enmity from other living beings, and by disturbance of bodily and mental agonies. There is a proverb in Bengali that a bad king spoils the kingdom and a bad housewife spoils the family. This truth is applicable here also. Because the king was pious and obedient to the Lord and sages, because he was no one's enemy, and because he was a recognized agent of the Lord, and therefore protected by him, all the citizens under the king's protection were, so to speak, directly protected by the Lord and his authorized agents. Unless one is pious and recognized by the Lord, he cannot make others happy who are under his care. There is there is full cooperation between man and God and man and nature, and this conscious cooperation between man and God and man and nature, as exemplified by King Yudhishthira, can bring about happiness, peace, and prosperity in the world. The attitude of exploiting one another, the custom of the day, will only bring misery.
हरिओम तत्सत् ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो आचार्यपदाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथादामदाय नगरग्रामधारिणे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन्निधि नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यादेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरिहराय नम कृष्ण यादवाय नम हरे गोपाल गोविंद राम श्रीमधुसूदनाम। मुखम करो दिवाचलम पंगुलंगायते गिरिम कृपातमहंदे श्री गुरुदिनतारिणम परमानंद माधवम श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरम। हरि ओम तत्सत्। So from this particular verse in the purport, we understand that on this material world, it is possible for all the citizens to live not being affected by the threefold miseries. We do not have such experience in the current life, in today's political situation. Any country, there is no country where people live beyond these three miseries, except devotees. Why devotees live beyond three miseries? Because when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the first thing you are getting is Klesha Agni and then Subhada. So Klesha Agni. So here Klesha. The three types of Klesha is vividly explained. The mental agonies, the diseases physical, and due to the supernatural power of the demigods, Daiva, body and mind, and other living entities. So these are all the three types of miseries. When you perform a karma, pious activity, also you are undergoing the three folds of miseries. So when you yield the result, enjoying, at that time also you will undergo the three folds of miseries. Like that. That is the only experience that we have in the current life situation. But here we can understand from these words in the purport that it is possible if the king is a bona fide king who is an obedient to the supreme lord and sages. In that case, if he rules the kingdom, every citizen will not experience this adhyatmika, adi bhautika, and adi daivika klesha at all. So this may be very surprising to the people who reads it because they have not undergone the experience in the current life. But for a devotee, he knows already because he has experienced that how it would be life without three miseries. So we are all experiencing by chanting the holy name that the chanting the holy name is not only meant for spiritual. First, it gives his kleshagni. First of all, it removes you from all the threefold miseries. Then it removes all the sinful reaction. Then it is giving all auspiciousness. So these things are not very spiritual, but still it is a byproduct. Even up to liberation is a byproduct. Haridas Thakura is telling, and we are in the class of Guru Maharaj listening every day. So that is the power of this chanting the holy name, or power of devotional service, you can call it. The devotional service, those who start performing devotional service are coming in contact with the pure devotee who is performing devotional service. Immediately, this person who is coming in contact will experience that he is not undergoing the threefold miseries, and the 9 planetary systems are not influencing his normal walk of life. Devotees have even forgotten this Sani, Radu, Kedu's influence on their life because it cannot influence. This is a very solid evidence of experience that yes, we are not undergoing the influence of the 9 planetary systems, the Rasi or whatever it is, and we are not undergoing the threefold of miseries also. And if anything we are experienced within this particular premises, that's not given by these particular material things. It is the mercy of Krishna. We should take it as. So Maharaja Yudhishthira's reign was so wonderful that every citizen, they did not experience the Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivika Klesha. So this is a very important news here, that how one should rule the country, or the ruler of the country should be a devotee of Lord Krishna. So this is very important. Then it benefits the whole citizens, whole atmosphere. So let's go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10, Verse 7. Ushitva Hastinapure
Ushitva Hastinapure
Masan Katipayan Hari
Masan Katipayan Hari
Sukhrudam Cha Vishokaya
Sukritam Cha Vishokaya
Vishokaya
Vashuscha Priyakamayaya
Swashuscha Priyakamaya
Priyakamaya
Ushitva Hastinapure
Utsritva
Ushitva
Hastinapure
Hastinapure
Masan Katipayan Hari
Masan
Masan Katipayan Hari
Sukhrudam Cha Vishokaya
Suhridam Cha
Sukritam Cha
Vishokaya
Vishokaya
Vashuscha Priyakamayaya
Swashuscha
Sucha
Priyakamaya
Priyakamyaya
Ushitva Hastinapure
Ushitva
Ushitva
Hastinapure
Hastinapure
Masan Katipayan Hari
Masan
Masan
Katipayan
Katipayan
Hari
Hari
Sukhrudam Cha Vishokaya
Suhridam Cha
Suhridam Cha
Vishokaya
Vishokaya
Vashuscha Priyakamayaya.
Swashuscha
Sucha Priyakamyaya
Priyakamaya
Turn it. Ushitva, staying.
Ushitva
Ushitva staying
Staying
Hastinapure, the city of Hastinapura.
Hastinapuri, in the
in the
city of
city of
Hastinapura.
Hastinapura.
Masan, months.
Masan
Masan,
months.
months.
Katipayan, a few.
Katipayan, a few.
A few.
Hari, Lord Sri Krishna.
Harihi,
Harihi,
Lord Sri
Lord Sri
Krishna.
Krishna.
Sukhrudam, relatives.
Suhurdam,
Sukritam,
relatives.
relatives.
Cha, also.
Cha,
Cha
also.
also.
Vishokaya, for pacifying them.
Vishokaya, for
Vishokaya for
pacifying them.
pacifying them.
To the sister.
Swashu, the
And Shu, the
sister.
sister.
Cha, and
Cha,
And
and
Priyakamyaya, for pleasing.
Priyakamyaya
Priyakamyaya,
for
for
pleasing.
pleasing.
Sri, translation, please repeat after me. Sri Hari, Lord Sri Krishna.
Sri Hari,
Sri
Sri
Hari,
Lord,
Lord
Lord
Sri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Decided at Hastinapura for a few months
resided at
resided at
Hastinapura for a
Hastinapura for a
few
few
months
to pacify his relatives and please his own sister Subhadra.
to
to
pacify his
pacify his
relatives and
relatives
please
and please
his
his
own
own
sister
sister Subhadra.
Subhadra.
Purport.
Purport: Krishna was to start for Dwarka, his own kingdom, after the battle of Kurukshetra and Yudhishthira's being enthroned. But to oblige the request of Maharaja Yudhishthira and to show special mercy to Bhishma Deva, Lord Krishna stopped at Hastinapura, the capital of the Pandavas. The Lord decided to stay specially to pacify the aggrieved king as well as to please Subhadra, sister of Lord Sri Krishna. Subhadra was specially to be pacified because she lost her only son, Abhimanyu, who was just married. The boy left his wife Uttara, mother of Maharaja Parikshit. The Lord is always pleased to satisfy his devotees in any capacity. Only his devotees can play the parts of his relatives. The Lord is absolute.
Very good. So, how much Krishna is inclined? It is not sentiment. You know, missing somebody is a painful feeling. Be it Abhimanyu for Subhadra or Uttara or Lord Krishna for everybody there. And of course, Abhimanyu cannot come back and stay with them. But Krishna can stay with them. He can please them by staying with them few more months. And of course, this is also the request by Yudhishthira Maharaj that please don't go, stay with us for a few days. Don't just go like that when we are under suffering, you come and you remove our suffering and then you leave. No, not like that. Please be with us in both the suffering as well as in the happiness. After all, you are the only purpose of our existence, not the suffering or enjoyment. So this is pure love. Out of love and affection, Krishna did what he did. And out of the same love and affection, the Pandavas did what they did. This is the reciprocal between a devotee and the Supreme Lord. So, then you can imagine how much eagerly the Dwarkavasis are waiting. Here, Krishna wants to please the Pandavas and his sister Subhadra, who lost her only son Abhimanyu, and also Uttara, who is the mother of Parikshit Maharaj. At the same time, those who are already missing Krishna for a long time, for 18 days during the, Kurukshetra war and more. The Dwarkavasi. No, so many days. So, what? So many days the Lord is, missing in Dwarka, and citizens are, and wives are 16,108 wives he has. Everybody and his kids, each kid, each wife, in which he begot 10 sons. So 16,108 into 10 sons are there. And the whole citizen, this itself makes a lot of citizens, of course. Then the whole citizen of Dwaraka, full of devotees of Krishna, full of devotees of Krishna. How much they will be missing Krishna, collectively and individually. And here Krishna, he has decided to stay a few more days with Pandavas. Just see, this is the love and affection and care. The Lord is the supreme caretaker and the only caretaker of caregiver of Krishna, caregiver of for the devotees. So just he wants to pacify the aggrieved King Yudhishthira. How much affection there is between Yudhishthira and the Lord can be understood from this particular activity of the Lord Krishna, that he has decided to stay a few months with them. Just see. This is the reciprocal of the Lord, affectionate reciprocal of the Lord to his devotees. Very nice. So this Saurav will be speaking. One more verse will say.
The Lord is always pleased to satisfy him. I also can speak on this.
Yes, speak. Over to Shantagopi.
Om Ajnana Tihiramdasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurune Namaha Ugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayati Girim Yatripa Tamatam Sri Gurundina Tarinam Paramanandam Hadavam Sri Chitramyam Ishwaram Namam Vishnu Padai Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimati Jayatavasmi Nitina Vini Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Tripasradayini Gaurakata Damadaya Ragnamatarini Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. கிளம்பிடுவாரு என்ன டிபார்ச்சர் தானே நீங்க கீழே Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 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 So, Om Ajnana-Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurve Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So, here Sri Hari, Lord Krishna, resided at Hastinapura for a few months to pacify his relatives and Subhadra. So this is already we saw whatever has been described here happened during Kunti Maharani's prayer. Because even Bhishma Deva was not dead at that time, Krishna already started to go to Dwaraka. That scene already we saw that, okay, I'll go to Dwaraka. He got ready. He even got on top of the chariot. When he got on top of the chariot, they were about to send off Krishna. At that time, what happened? When they were trying to send off Krishna, that time what happened? Ashwatthama, he didn't keep quiet. He didn't keep quiet, so he sent the Brahmastra to finish the last heer. So Parikshit Maharaj was in the womb and Uttara was pregnant, and the Brahmastra is coming towards her fetus. So Krishna saved Uttara again in Panchapandava's family, again and again Krishna is saving the devotees. We see that, not that, okay, I had once upon a time, I had a Krishna came and saved. So that is the difference. You see, Krishna is the Supreme Father. We say, of course, Narasimha is also coming and saving Prahlad Maharaj every time. But the main pastime is Narasimha pastime. One time he came. But the other incarnations are like Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loham Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. So Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa, there are many kalas of Krishna. So they also take the Vishnu forms, who are actually expansions of Krishna, also take maintenance. But for pure devotees, Krishna maintains them personally, Bhaktavatsala, due to his affection towards them. He personally maintains them. He is saying, okay, I appointed Vishnu, he will come and maintain you. Not in that way. So there is this is mentioned in teachings of Lord Chaitanya, the first chapter itself. It is mentioned that how Krishna has two kinds of protection, two kinds of maintenance. One maintenance is he personally will, first is through his agency, means not just agency as external energy or something, but his expansion or incarnation. He will come whenever there is some trouble in this universe. So he will, his incarnation will appear, and then they will take care of the situation. This is one kind of protection. Other than that, as Paramatma, he is protecting us from various situations. Okay, fine. But when somebody becomes devotee of Krishna, Krishna personally takes charge. So there are two kinds. That is also mentioned as how Krishna is devotee by personally taking charge. That is mentioned in teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and the various types of surrender is also mentioned. So the one who surrendered, there are especially in devotion, then Krishna takes charge of their life. He personally involves in their everyday affair. This is very important to understand. So then after saving the both Uttara and the baby Parikshit, then all of them cried in Hastinapura. They don't want Krishna to leave. Then Yudhishthira Maharaja requested Krishna, kindly please stay back some more days with us. No, why do you want to leave so early like this? Suddenly if you leave, we are not able to tolerate. So because of the loving request, this is very, very essential. When a pure devotee comes, for example, he comes to your place. Now he is leaving. So naturally we will feel very bad that Guru Maharaj is leaving or pure devotee is leaving. Then we should lovingly request, please kindly stay for some more days and go. Then he may stay. But not like we have you task, so you go like this. Of course, he has task, we can say that also sometimes. But really, if you are feeling, not in a duplicitous way, but really if you are feeling is separation from the Supreme Lord, then from the Supreme Lord or Guru, then we can request kindly stay for 1 or 2 more days and go. Then he will stay. So this is the way of sending off. Means it's a pain, no? We especially loved ones, we send off, then it is very pain. Especially when it is to Guru and Krishna, the emotion which we get, the transcendental bliss which we get when Guru Maharaj is there, or when he leaves, then we will really feel bad that he is leaving. And it is not enough. How much ever it is there, it is not enough. So this is the way to show the affection. Then Lord, he didn't eternally stay there. He stayed for some more days. And after, when he was leaving, then of course they are going to feel very much separation. We are going to see their emotions now. What is the emotion when Krishna is leaving? We are going to see that Vipralamba Bhava now. How they are going to feel heavy of heart when Krishna leaves. But Supreme Lord, not somebody. Pure devotee and Supreme Lord brings a bliss. And when they leave, this is the thing. Not any Tom, Dick and Harry relative whom I love so much and all that. Anyway, we have to leave each other someday or other. But this is very top class. What we are talking about here in Bhagavatam is Amala Purana. It is talking about a relationship with the Supreme Lord, which is transcendental, which is not explained in any other scriptures. Any other scripture doesn't explain the relationship between a devotee and the Lord in such an intimacy. Little pastimes will be here and there, but in such an intimate manner, it is not explained. So here, few more days he stayed back to pacify his relatives. They are all his relatives only. So he stayed back there because Yudhishthira Maharaj also requested, Kunti Maharani requested, Uttara requested, everybody there like. So he stayed back, and after that, what happened? We saw that the Bhishma Dev was still not dead. He was waiting for Uttarayana. So Krishna also stayed back till Uttarayana. And before that, he saw to that Yudhishthira Maharaja is getting ready to be a king. by receiving instruction from Bhishma Dev. He made all those arrangements also simultaneously, serving his devotees so sweetly. And then he is now about to leave. So that is what is happening. Subhadra got married to Arjuna. We see Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani. We see Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. So in the altar, so we should see that Subhadra Maharani is married to Arjuna. Krishna got his sister married to Arjuna. So Subhadra also is living in Hastinapura now, we understand. So he is leaving to Dwaraka, his own kingdom. So Krishna was start for Dwaraka, his own kingdom, after the battle of Kurukshetra, and Yudhishthira being enthroned, but to oblige the request of Maharaja Yudhishthira. We understand that Maharaja Yudhishthira request and show special mercy to Bhishma Deva. So Bhishma Deva, when Krishna earlier, when he started for Dwaraka, Bhishma Deva was not, he didn't disappear. He was still in the arrow bed because he has the blessings, boon from his father that he can die whenever he wishes. So he thought, okay, let me die in Uttarayana. So in the warfield only, he was in the arrows. He was lying down. Of course, Arjuna made an arrangement for he getting water. Some arrangement is made. So we see that if some acharya or some great personalities are in precarious situation, disciples and children, they will arrange. Disciples are also children. So they'll arrange some methodology in which whatever maximum possible comfort we can give. Like Guru Maharaj's body, if you see, it's very, very bad condition. Nobody can even imagine a person like that situation is roaming around, he's going. But the servants are there, trying to serve him in whatever possible manner to keep his body in comfortable state. Same way, Arjuna made arrangement for Bhishma Deva to be little in that bad condition also. Of course, it's a very bad condition. He's not just left out in the warfield like that. There are people around him to serve him in this thing and all that. It's like that. But he just drank water and he was just there. So he also showed mercy to Bhishma Deva. He stayed back. And Subhadra also, he wanted. So the Lord decided to stay, especially to pacify the king, Yudhishthira. And because Yudhishthira was like, he's a very righteous person. And he was not able to tolerate that he killed so many of his relatives. Arjuna foresaw this and he said he will not fight. But Yudhishthira followed the law very strictly. So according to the law, in such a situation, war has to be done. But at the same time, he was not able to tolerate that so many people are dying on his accord that he want to be the king. The problem is Arjuna was not the king. He was fighting for his brother to be the king. But Yudhishthira has to become a king, and he felt very, very aggrieved. Then Bhishma Deva pacified him, and then after that, he was ready to take up the responsibility. So the boy left his wife Uttara. So here Subhadra, because Subhadra, why? Okay, she's sister, so stayed. No, actually, because her son, Abhimanyu, she lost a very young son. She lost in the battle. And also she has a daughter-in-law, very young daughter-in-law, Uttara. And the Parikshit also had a great danger in the womb. The Uttara's pregnancy was also disturbed. So she was very disturbed. Then Krishna stayed back, very, very friendly and loving Krishna to everybody. Affectionate brother, everything perfection. That's what we say, that Maryada Purushottama. Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra, when he appeared, then he is called Maryada Purushottama. Purushottama is the name of Krishna. Jagannath, we say no, Dwaraka, that Purusha Uttama. So Krishna's name is, so even Prabhupada, when he wrote the book, Krishna book of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he gave the title Krishna, the Purushottama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he gave. And when he gave in Sanskrit and other terms, he called it as Purushottama. Bhagavan Krishna is the name of the book, Krishna book. So Purushottama Bhagavan Krishna is the name of the book. So this Purusha Uttama, what does the Purusha Uttama mean? Purusha Uttama, Purusha is the protector, Sri is the protected. All the Shaktis of Krishna are protected. And Krishna himself and his incarnations are there for protection, giving protection. Like Vishnu forms or incarnations, like whatever, Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, they all give protection. Krishna gives protection as well. So this Purusha Uttama means he's perfect in all respects as a protector, the best friend, the best of all relationships. So the best of the husbands is Ramachandra, best of the son is Ramachandra for Dasaratha. How best a son can be. So Krishna is the best in everything. He's the best in everything. So you want to see the best son, then it is Ramachandra. Perfect husband, perfection, perfect husband, best husband. Then Lord Ramachandra. But Krishna, of course, is perfect husband also, perfect brother also, perfect sister. So many. If you see, I don't know whether Ramachandra had a sister, I don't know. But here you see that how perfection, Krishna shows perfection in every respect. Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. This is Indrari Vyakulam Logam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. Bhagavatam states that we saw in the first canto that Ete chamsa kalapumsa. There are many, many kalas of Krishna. What is the kala? If you take a Purna Chandra or a full moon, now the Bhishma Panchaka is going on, that is between Ekadashi and Paurnami. On the Paurnami day, you will see a beautiful full moon. So you have to break your fast by looking at the moon. So Purna Chandra, Krishna is called Krishna Chandra, Gauranga is called Gaura Chandra. Like this Chandra is told because a completion during Paurnami, Purnima, complete form of, you can see the complete form of moon. But at the same time, on the other days of the month, you will be seeing only a kala, a portion of the moon. So that is called kala. So kala means the same way Krishna also displays his portion, a kala. But as Krishna, he is actually full opulence. Same way as Lord Ramachandra, he showed the affection of 2-3 things as a son, perfect son of a father, perfect husband. In this way, he showed some activities. So he is called Maryada Purushottama. Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport that he is called Maryada Purushottama. Here you see that Krishna is complete in himself. He is not just Kala. So the Ramachandra is a Kala. Any incarnations is Kala. Or expansion like Vishnu forms are also Kala. Or like the partial moon which you are seeing. But the Purna Chandra, the Purnima sun, moon which you are seeing is Krishna. So we should very clearly understand the difference between Krishna's incarnations, expansions, and Krishna himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A simple example can be given, like in a drama, somebody may put many, there may be an expert person who is expert in drama characters. So he may take up many characters. Nowadays, we are seeing so many movies. So there must be in South India, there's a very famous actor. So he loves acting a lot. So what he does is, in every movie, all his characters are different. Kamala Hassan, so many years he put one time as old man, one time as lady, one time as a deceased person, one time as a short man. Like this one movie, he took Dasavatar, the rascaldom, in which he put 10. They say double act, triple act, like that. 10 characters in that movie. All the 10 characters he only acted. But at the same time, the person is the original person. Even if they are coming and acting in the drama person is not him. Of course, the drama person is him only, but that identity, original identity is there. Same way, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Goloka, in Goloka Vrindavana, that Krishna is there, he is the original. And of course, others are also original. That is the difference between material and spiritual. So if you take a drama, after the drama, that person is no more that person, because that is material world. In spiritual world, everything is absolute, and Krishna is also absolute truth. So when he expands or incarnates, that form remains permanently there. That is the difference. Like, for example, in material world, if I say water, my thirst will not quench. Or if I say sugar, it won't be tasty. Sugar, my tongue won't taste sugar. But if I say Krishna, that is Krishna only. Directly the Nama, Abhinatva Nama Namina. Nama and Nami, there is no Binnatva. Abhinnatva. Abhinnatva Nama Namine. Nama and Nami, there is no Binna. So in spiritual world, everything is like that. Everything is absolute in nature. So when Krishna incarnates or expands, that expansion is permanent. From a lamp, you can, from one lamp, you can lit many, many lamps. But now all the lamps will have the potency of the earlier lamp only, but there will be an Adi lamp. Same way, from Krishna only all the incarnations have come. And he is the source of all incarnations. He is the source of all expansions in this way. So Krishna shows best brother, best husband, best lover, best son, best king, best princess. Every way. There is no nothing untouched. Every way Krishna is perfect in nature. So this has to be understood, that how Subhadra was, her son Abhimanyu had one. So generally when we see that when people take up big positions, they are very puffed up, and we see that the more they are learned or they consider themselves to be senior, what they do is they stay away from common people. They have separate food area where they go and eat the food. And they have a separate friendships or meeting places they will go, VIP. They won't mix with the common people. But we see here how Krishna is very, very wonderful, that he is very simple and mixing. He was part of the war field as a chariot driver. There are many, many people in the war field. Many people in the war field. And Krishna was just one of them, driving one of the chariot, and he was the driver. He just mixed with everybody. And when Ramachandra went into the forest, he just mixed. Krishna especially. And we see that the supremacy of the Supreme Lord doesn't bring any proudness or anything like that. Very, very sweet. So here to his Subhadra, he is pacifying like any other brother who will pacify. How nicely he was there, he was supporting to the entire people who are aggrieved of all this calamity. He stayed back. How amazing is this? The boy, so the supremacy, Supreme Lord, I am like this, so you have to approach me. So when you approach Vishnu forms, they show a kind of supremacy over others. So Lakshmi only intimately mixed with this, Vishnu. So we see that Sanatana Goswami wrote about that Bhagavatamrita. And we saw that there will be Gopakumara. So he will stay in Vrindavan for some days and Puri. And then due to his practice, the Guru would have given him a mantra. Just because he's chanting the mantra, he will be able to travel everywhere. So that mantra, every day without fail, he will be chanting. So he will be traveling. So in this way, he will even go to Vaikuntha, and he'll see that people are telling, bow down like this, stand like this, sit like this. And he want to go and hug the Narayana. So he will run and hug the Narayana because he will like doing that. And Narayana will feel so much blissful and happiness. Oh, I have never experienced this. He loves, and he keeps him as a friend next to him. But all the other people in Vaikuntha will come. Do you think you have to behave like this? You know, he's Bhagavan. You have to be like this. They will put so many rules. You have to bow down like this. You have to stand up like this. You have to spontaneously, he won't be able to do anything. So Gopakumara will even leave Vaikuntha. In this way, he will leave. At least he'll go to Goloka. Then Radharani he'll meet, and she'll make him meet Krishna. In this way, he will get a Siddhadega. Then he will be there. It's a very beautiful story. This is given by Sanatana Goswami. So this we see that how that formal relationship is not that. Krishna is very, very informal and casual. Guru Maharaj also, we see that very approachable. Prabhupada also, we saw that so many people he had conversation with somebody and all. And in the street, he will walk in Vrindavan, and the children will run behind him. And like this, very casual personalities. They don't have, okay, he is a VIP, so we should not go near him, or we won't like this too much. Even though people around him value him a lot. That is the reason they are putting so many hurdles, and they will try to keep him a premium person. Not anybody and everybody can approach so easily. They want to keep it like that. Despite they want to keep it like that, but he is available. Guru Maharaj is available. So yesterday he announced that okay, so tomorrow I'll come and have lunch with all Bhishma Panchaka with all of you. I'll eat with all of you. So he will travel. He will travel from his building to come and sit along with us and eat his lunch in Bhishma Panchaka. Because he's very approachable, and he also want to encourage devotional service. The other devotees, he want to utsaham. Now, utsaha nishchaya dhairya we are telling, but where from the utsaha come? Utsaha is where from it is coming, the encouragement. The where from it is coming. The provocation to do Krishna conscious activities, to provocation to involve in devotional service comes from Guru. This is mentioned in the Guru Pranam mantra and the Gayatri mantra, which the Brahmanical devotees chant. It is mentioned that the enthusiasm comes from Guru. So Guru Maharaj also is so much enthusiastic, and he does simple activities like going around Tulsi, pouring water. I poured 3 drops of water. I applied tilaka. Like this, promoting so sweetly the devotional service. Now Bhishma Panchaka is coming and mixing with everybody. Here we see that how Krishna, so very approachable to all of them, that he was just going along with everybody. He walked towards Bhishma Dev, and then while coming also he walked so that everybody will be able to see. All of them going, public common citizen will also be able to see Krishna. Not that he is a VIP, then sometimes the so-called seniors, senior who are considering are the great people of the world. They have appointment, you have to have an appointment, you have to meet like this. Any Tom, Dick and Harry cannot go and meet. Of course, Guru Maharaj will give appointment when officially you want to meet. But personally, otherwise, he's just available publicly. For some reason, he is available around. He is available just casually. Of course, important meetings are there. There are people have to discuss so many important things. There is the private meetings and all, where everybody and anybody is not irrelevant for them to come. But it is not that he has only schedule like that. Like if you take very big piece and most wealthy person, Ambani or Modi, you want to meet. Just like that, casually, he cannot. He went and trained only one day. In 3 years or 4 years, they take it as a big show and they put it in this thing, YouTube and all. Modi came in the train. One stop he got inside and next stop he got out, and again he went up with the VIP protection. Just to show off. Sometimes you will see that great models who becomes Miss India or something, and they will say that I will go to the slum and take care of the children. I will work for the humanity. All these things they will speak in the beauty pageant. When the question will be asked, how will you save the world? They are going to tell this beauty lady, she came and at last she'll become an actress. But they'll ask the question, how will you save the world? So she'll say that I will do this. Maybe she does some charity activities with whatever she's earning, that even the corporates are supposed to do. The government already set a law, everybody is supposed to do some charity. So maybe she does, but that doesn't mean that she's saving the world by giving charity. But she will tell, go to the slum and take some slum children, black color, they're very dirty, and they'll take some pictures. And it's only a photo shoot session. It's not genuine. Every day she's not going and bathing, adopting 100 children or 50 children. She's not starting an orphanage, nothing. And go and cleaning the beach, cleaning the slum, only one day. Some people clean some bridges and paint some pictures, and again it will become dirty. Again, they're not constant maintenance. How much will you maintain in this world? That is the duty of the government to do this, not an individual. So this duplicitous mixing with public is not for their own name, fame, glory, to get a reputation among common public. And everybody will take, actress, this actress, she did this like this, or Miss World, she came to the slum and she did like this, and all drama. So, but when we see Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, pure devotees, Krishna, they're genuine in their behavior, and they just, and especially Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rajeshwara Prabhu always, he again and again reminds us how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so easily mixed with the common citizen. At least as Ramachandra, when Lord came, of course, when he went to forest, many people, Pulinda, Pulkasha, ladies and all, desired to get married to him. He was so handsome and all. They were able to see him and all. Okay, fine. But he was appeared as a son of a king only, Kshatriya. So there is, of course, there is some limitation as a prince or as a king. Same way Krishna also. But when you take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he simply went and hugged everybody in the Tom, Dick and Harry in the road. Anybody he sees, he hugs and requests them to chant Hare Krishna, and they start chanting Hare Krishna. And he empowers them. We see that especially when he's coming to South India, he goes to every town and village and he hugs the people. He doesn't see who's qualified or who's unqualified, but what caste they belong, religion they belong, nothing. All the men. And whoever that men went and hugged also became devotees. In this way, he was spreading and he was very casually mixing with everybody in public. So Supreme Lord coming and mixing casually. So all the so-called people who are considering themselves to be very senior leaders, they should understand what is humility and simplicity. They say that we need to remain grave. Oh, you became senior, you have to show your maturity. So you have to become very grave. And it shouldn't be easy for anybody to approach you so that they will know your value. So they have to get appointment, this, that, and so many complications, considering themselves to be very great. But here we see that the great personalities, how they are. Narada Muni is just going in the street and preaching to anybody, everybody. Yare dekho tahe kaho Krishna upadesh, amara agnya guru hoi tarai desh. So one has to become simple and, oh, I'm a senior, I'm guiding, so I will. No. Sometimes they may not listen to us. That is okay. Sometimes they may be a little misguided here and there, but Lord Chaitanya, Guru Gauranga, everybody is helping, not just we are only helping. They are also helping. They are also chanting. The people whom we are guiding is also chanting Hare Krishna. So they are going to get some help somewhere if they are unknowingly struck up, but we are not fully in charge of them. But at the same time, we should guide whatever we learned. We should not be stingy to give to others. Whatever we experienced, we should not become that I won't tell like this. I won't. Then without giving that information, we will die. What is the use of that information or that experience in our life if we are not giving guidance? Okay, don't do like this, don't do Ekadashi, maybe you should not take like this. Some people say that on Ekadashi, you can take the grain which is ground. In South India, very famous, this is very big anartha. That you can, if the rice is full rice only, you cannot take. But you can, in mixie, you can break it into pieces or make it into a flour, then you can use it. In this way, they blabber something and all. So people may get misguided. So we need to guide them. That is there. Because we have been practicing and we made something wrong and we asked Guru Maharaj or we read from Prabhupada's purports. We are reading every day, a solid reading was there before even this lockdown and before that. And also many solid readings have happened and courses have been attended. So that we are giving to others doesn't mean that we have to remain puffed up and treat them cheaply or like that. But of course, they will be, if they are genuine and sincere and taking guidance, they themselves will serve us with heartfully. They will serve us heartfully, not because of command and control. Because they see that this is genuine and whatever they are getting is something which cannot be got by paying or doing. So in this way, the very important and to direct everybody towards Guru Maharaj rather than diverting their attention from Guru Maharaj to them, saying Guru Maharaj. Sometimes we see people saying Prabhupada. But whenever they say Prabhupada, when we hear, we understand they are actually mentioning themselves. One day, some devotees were there. We had excellent furnitures, and we moved into a smaller house. So we wanted to, we moved into a little bigger house. So we wanted a little more different type of furnitures. Very new. The other one was not even 6 months, 1 year old. So we wanted to give it very high quality, imported. And to some devotees, this thing we gave for an educational institution. So they then, for just in the reception to put so that people can sit. It's very high class. But they said, oh, you're giving Udai Govindaya Namaha. That person, the person is going to only sit. Krishna is not going to sit on that. We are not giving a julan or an altar to the Lord. We are giving it. So he said, Udai Govindaya Namaha. There is a thing like when the puffed rice is one man, he will not offer anything to Krishna. He's such a kanjus. He will not offer anything. But one day he was carrying some puffed rice in the basket on his head. Nimai? Puffed rice on his head. And then the puffed rice, there was a air, and then the puffed rice started flying in the air. When the puffed rice started flying in the air, then he thought that anyway everything is going to fall down. So while flying itself, I'll offer to Govinda. He said, oh, the flying rice I offer to Govinda. Please, this flying rice I offer to Govinda. So in this way, the materialistic people, they don't want to give anything to Krishna. And when something is going waste, they want to go and give to Krishna. They will like this. They are generally like this. But devotees want to give the best to Krishna. So if I sold that furniture, I would have got complete minimum 30,000 rupees. 30,000 minimum I would have got. But I'm giving that just for public to sit. Just the public place where they can sit. But they said, oh, Uday Govinda. So I asked, are you Govinda? Are you Govinda? You are only going to sit, right? Govinda is not going to sit. When I buy for Jagannath, I'll buy the best of everything, new one, which I have not used. But this chair, or this furniture already I used. And then in the shop when you buy also, who knows who used it? Many people try it by using it. They sit and see the sofa or whatever. Like this is not a sofa also. It's a wooden furniture, very nicely polished, new polished. It's imported. So that was the comment. Then I thought that how people themselves consider themselves to be Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, or Krishna. And when they want to ask people to surrender to them, they say that when seniors are there, you should be submissive. When seniors are there, you need to serve them. They are telling all these things. Of course, we need to do that. It is true. It is true. We should love Vaishnavas. We should serve them nicely. We should provide them good prasadam. It is true. But too much insistence is because they want to gain that. Otherwise, they are not introducing the people to many Vaishnavas. So when they are not introducing to many Vaishnavas, at the same time telling that you need to serve like this to Vaishnavas, that means they are expecting this kind of this thing. So from a guidance side, we should not expect. Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada and all were very, very simple. And if they need something, they'll ask, I need water. Can you give me some water? They will ask. And disciples will give. In that way, they take service also, not because the servant has to serve, but because they require it, they ask. Guru Maharaj also provides many, many services. So that he is Guru. He can do that. So this is very essential that we are staying very clean, that it is mixing with everybody in a simple manner, in a friendly manner. Yare dekho tahe kaho Krishna Upadesh. When you're going and sitting in the Vyasas and listening, people may listen to you, but they may follow you, may not follow you, because they may think you're a great man, you're giving some lecture. Oh, very nice lecture. They'll clap and go back home. But when you're at home, when you're practicing, then you're calling your neighbor or friend. They see you practicing, they'll get inspired, and they also want to practice. This is very casual. So this is called Yare Dekho Tahe Kaho Krishna Upadesh. So Guru Maharaj is also living a very, very simple and easy to approach life. If anybody thinks they need to approach Guru Maharaj sincerely, there will be opportunity created by the Lord with the will of the providence that we can approach the Guru Maharaj. So Krishna was very approachable. That is what we are seeing here. Krishna very easily approachable. He was going in the streets. He was going to with all the Panchapandavas. He is returning back, and so many in the war field. He is a warrior, and he stayed back in the tent with all the Panchapandavas. But Duryodhana was able to casually meet Krishna, even though he was a theistic person. He was anybody who looks at Krishna will not have any more rebirth. And Duryodhana looked at Krishna. Knowingly, unknowingly, there is benefit. So this is this is even the Supreme Lord is so simple. Why can't you be simple and humble? The Trina, the Pisuni Chaina, Tarori Basation, all these things have to be taught to you. Just see how Krishna is so simple and humble and easy to approach. And he is Supreme Personality of God, it created material and spiritual, and everything belongs to him. He is the Supreme Ekala Ishvara Krishna, only Ishvara. So the Ishvara Bhava is protection. So that is Ishvara Bhava. But he was out of love, he is very easily approachable. Thank you very much. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Any more comments, questions? We'll see the next verse onwards. This chapter is very, very amazing chapter that Krishna is leaving to Dwaraka, and how Dwaraka citizens are receiving him. Oh my God, we will see how a king should be. How a king should be. One more, Swayambhava Manu also, we will see that same kind of reception. And the same we can see when Guru Maharaj is approaching Mayapur. We will see similar kind of affair. When Guru Maharaj is going to every city people think that I'm only receiving, I'm doing this service, I'm doing that service, like that. And that we see this kind of similar mood. Thank you very much. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Any questions, realizations, or comments on today's words?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So So I'll start from the previous chapter, chapter 9, where Bhishma Deva left his body.
Yes.
So what I read, what I understood, like that is the ultimate perfection of life, like being Krishna present before leaving this body. So that would be the ultimate perfection of life. And during the verses which we read in that chapter, where Bhishma Deva was lying on the deathbed, but still he was very much like he was very much pondering on the things which like sufferings which the his like grandsons were going through, all those tribulations. And he was telling that it's very unfortunate that you guys are going through all those tribulations, but still that is inevitable, and it is very much inconceivable to understand the nature of Lord Krishna. So but whatever it is, you accept it. Then he tells that you accept it, whatever it is. Then he goes on with all those verses where he glorifies Lord Krishna and tells that whatever till now uh, I was into very much material things, like I was doing my duties and other things, but now I will just meditate upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is Lord Sri Krishna. And then he tells that before leaving, then he glorifies and all. So what I feel that is the ultimate perfection of life, when Krishna, you can remember Krishna before leaving this body, and that won't come unless you have, like, entire life you have remembered Krishna. So now coming back to that, like Mataji's Shanta Mataji's explanation. So it is very much relatable. What I understand, like it is very much relatable. I was in Tirupati, and someone called and told that why are you moving there independently. So it is very much relatable. I can understand that. Yes, it's true. People are there who like don't want us to approach. There are people who don't want us to approach Guru Maharaj also. So it is very much relatable whatever I heard. And regarding Guru Maharaj, yes, he is totally approachable. I tried approaching, and I could sit near him. I could see, like, devotees were there who were trying to serve him with all those. They brought something, and Guru Maharaj was like, other devotees were telling not to accept. Guru Maharaj was not doing anything. He was accepting everything, whatever they were giving him. And he was just like an innocent child, the heart of an innocent child. Like whatever is there. He does not have anything like complexity sort of. Like he does not have anything. Whatever is there, he accepts like an innocent child. So that what I have felt when I went there. And regarding this, which Mataji was telling, that we have to approach, we must approach Guru Maharaj, because then only we can, like, we can experience that love which Guru Maharaj is having for his own Guru. So yes, we are also on that same path, and we are extremely trying to approach Guru Maharaj as it is. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Very nice, wonderful.
கேக்கலா? இங்க கேக்கல. இங்க வந்து பேசுங்க. மியூட்டா இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இங்க வந்து பேசி முடிச்சிருங்க.
Very nice. Nice realization. Who else is left out to give realization? Is there anybody left out? They can give tomorrow. So, anybody else? 5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
0. Thank you very much for your association. Let's all have a very wonderful observation of Bhishma Panchak from today. Today being Ekadasi plus Bhishma Panchak first day. And it will be for 5 days up to Purnima. On Purnima day evening, we will break into grains. And on all these 5 days, we will be doing Bhishma Darpana and Bhishma Pranam, Bhishma Argya. And taking bath in the Ganges, and the Ganges is not there, 3 times say Ganga, Ganga, Ganga. When you take bath, when you shower. So that is equal to taking bath in Ganga. And then we observe with the fruits and roots, the second level. And those who are diabetes or some illness and patients, they can take Havisharna,
அப்போ வந்து ஹரிபோல் சொல்லுவோம்.
Haribol.
ஓகே ஓகே.
So thank you very much. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Padita Pansala Guru Maharaj ki jai.
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 Bhagavad Satsang ki jai.
Jai.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Panchakalpatarubhyascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Jai Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Hari Bol.
Very
Hari Hari Hari.